Director of Strategic Communication of the PDP Presidential Campaign Council, Dele Momodu, has challenged the claims being made by Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he fought for Nigeria's democracy. If you will recall that one of the selling points of Bola Tinubu during his presidential campaign was that he fought so hard to get democracy for the nation. Only he just fight, he fought. Oh, I don't understand, because that's the same way this man came out and said he built Lagos. Who you be? I don't even understand. Who you be? The same you now they get a drug issue here and there. You built democracy. I don't understand. He fought for democracy for Nigeria. Only you want. Everybody just did back now. Only you want just using chest to fight for democracy. All these things that he just arrogate to himself is what it is for me. Dele Momodu fought these claims as he contended that this same democracy is being endangered by some Yoruba thugs in Lagos State. He stated that the March 18th governorship election in Lagos State was marred by electoral violence that impeded the non-Yorubas from voting in the state. He argued that for democracy to continue to flourish in Nigeria, there should be no discrimination against any tribe in any state. According to him, the unity of the country is threatened if the leaders cannot allow the rule of one man, one vote. He said what the APC did in Lagos was out of desperation, which was unnecessary. Everybody knew that Lagos State traditionally is an APC state. I believe that APC in Lagos just brought unnecessary panic, and that is why some of the people started saying the Igbos are responsible for Tinubu's loss. They started driving the agenda that Lagos is not for Igbos and not Yorubas. But the truth is, if you want democracy to thrive, there must be no discrimination. Many of those who are in government today were all in exile fighting for this democracy. Tinubu said he fought for this democracy. So why are some Yoruba thugs endangering it? I can't understand it. It's supposed to be a game of one man, one vote. If we don't do it, then our country is endangered. Yes, now, one thing I have said is that, like he said, APC has been ruling in Lagos for God knows when. So if you know that you have done well for your people, why would you go to that go to that level of desperation? You said somebody says something, and if you have done something well, your people are there to vote for you. If you are not afraid, why were you using thugs? The whole world saw it, and that's which you have done. You have shot yourself in the foot. That which you have done is what the whole world is saying. And your people have been coming out, or their people have been coming out, making a lot of statements, and the same DSS will turn around and begin to yarn nonsense. They are yarning nonsense. Labour Party has challenged them that before you say anything, those people who committed all those atrocities in Lagos, go and fish them out during presidential and governorship election. Fayose will come out and tell you it does not matter. This thing happened everywhere. So why are they making it a big deal? Why are they making Lagos own a big deal? Really? Since you are playing to the gallery, and he was boasting that he's the one who made Tinubu to win in Ekiti. Yes, because they just embarrass themselves. If you know that you end this thing, you are entitled to whatever. Why are you stuck? Why are you doing all of those things that you are doing? Because you know that you would have failed woefully during the governorship election. Now this one is saying, Yoruba is endangering democracy but fighting for the existence of Yoruba race and to our heritage secured. You lied. Is that why you are telling people, if they stop selling your land to people, if that is what you want? Is that the reason why in the electoral law you have heard there's nowhere in the whole world you can justify that the APC came and told people not to vote? Who does that? Is that what you are justifying? Is that how to fight for the existence of the Yoruba race and to have your heritage secured? You are too shallow-minded to be engaged. An uneducated mind like yours will be adamant to education of the mind, no matter how hard one tries to enlighten you, deal with your ignorance. There's a general apathy against the APC all over Nigeria. There was no state in Nigeria during the election that APC did not rig. At least we heard Fayoshe saying they concocted the votes in Ekiti for APC. River State, uncle, the party has nothing to show as achievements, and that's why they are using force. All of them, they will never go unpunished. They have been doing all this irregularity or this corruption. They've been involved in this corruption all this while. They will never go away with it because they will believe it's a business as usual. Well, of course, all this this one is saying Oloshini Dele, but the same you go come you go see other person they abuse other people, but now you they do am, you they call am Oloshi. So waiting he talk now. If you are sure of yourself, then why did you use the talks? Why did you use talks to get your votes? And they are giving Sanwo-Olu self. What are you happy? You should be ashamed of yourself. You are collecting certificates of return under this that circumstances that you and where people did not vote. Well, because Dele Momodu was on the side of truth, these Yoruba touts and political rascals won't believe him that what they did on the 18th of March 2023 are some of the fastest means to end Nigeria. Yes. If Tinubu knows he actually won the election, then let him graciously ask for the cancellation and conduct a fresh a fresh election where INEC will be transparent if it's true. Well, Tinubu and his teams are the worst hypocrites that I have ever seen in my life. May Almighty God never allow them to come in power, for they are full of evil. I don't want those propaganda. They can lie, they can twist, they are so violent. They are the one who, at least we now know the violent people in this country. We now know the violent people in this country. And they will turn around and be telling us that he fought for democracy. Which democracy are you talking about? Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. Of course, now the other say rascals. That was why Iwanya was saying that this Yoruba miscreants. As many who went out that day to say APC should not, they should only vote for APC. They are miscreants. So there's nothing you can say about it. Well, only evil men force themselves on others. Democracy is not what happened in Lagos. Someone was only trying all he could to cover up his crime scene. And that's it. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.